because I think that the grade 9 business course is kind of like the real common sense of business, like, oh, this is how loans work and this is how businesses work. They don't really explain to you how exactly a business, works in more detail, like how successful businesses are done and that stuff. But like this game, I personally find it's pretty good because like the lesson in this park is, you can take out a whole lot of money, but if you're patient with it, you'll get it all back and then some. Like, and you also say, get better company value and stuff like that. You could probably have better company value without taking out $50,000. Oh, well, we won't have to worry about that in the other LPs I'll be doing, like games outside of RCT. I kind of group the RCTs into one kind of LP because I think I'm probably gonna treat it like a giant, just ginormous kind of LPs. I'm kind of glad that there's only 3 of them, because if I did all, like, if there was like 14 of them or something, well, we might be here a while. Like, I'm gonna have quite a lot of work to do with just RCT1. RCT3 is gonna be so short, though. I haven't built those bumper cars yet, have I? I don't think so. Is it 4x4, like 4 cream, 4 sugar? 4x4s are so disgusting. It's like raw sugar and cream, and then a little bit of coffee. It's like, ew. Like, imagine having ice cream and then pouring hot coffee on it. Imagine that, children. Imagine that. Yeah, that, so, and don't even think about doing actually, pouring stuff like that on your ice cream, or putting ice cream in your coffee. Just don't, please, for the love of, all that is good and all that is sacred and all that is commonly sensical. But then again, common sense is pretty rare find these days, if I do say so myself. Jeez, what am I saying? Last time I checked, I was pretty, I had a few screws loose in the head. In case you haven't noticed. I love that little, like, beats that they have going with, bumper cars. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have the queue line go like that. That's better in my opinion. And what's the price of that? 50 cents. I guess this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. This is not too bad. And we're getting a shop in the stall, so that means we can add more into our shopping centers, which leads to more economic growth within our amazing park. Profit, well, River Rapids one, probably not the best idea. You don't want to pay $1 to go on a ride? What the hell is your problem? I'm gonna punch you in the face very furiously through my laptop screen, and I have the warranty to get it replaced. Haha! Nobody is interested in this. Like, what are people thinking of it? Well, I guess not many people know about it. Let's do an advertising campaign, why not? And my company value is in the positives, folks. We made it out of the fire and into the frying pan. Let's pay off another $10,000 because personally, I'm making thousands of dollars. like thousands and thousands. And we're getting a shop and a stall, so that's not very much, money, like, about 300 at most per stall. And I'm only going to be having about 3 or 4 of them in the park. But if there's a souvenir stall, I might be putting a little more of them. I think that this park has turned out fairly good. Jeez. I hope I have time to finish off this park. If this seems kind of boring, it's because there really isn't anything to do in this park anymore. I don't have the space, and I'm just cleaning up. So, it might be a little more interesting with later parks and that. Like, I might start naming people or rides or following people in their journey in the park. But for right now, this is kind of an experimental park. Because, well, it's my first park with Camtasia and that. So, I think that, it is fair that Camtasia was definitely a good idea on, getting a program to use a cursor is definitely a good idea on my part, I wouldn't want to torture you guys on having to put up with more non-cursor absolute noob recording this. I wouldn't want to torture you guys. Which reminds me, I'm not going to do this in the immediate future, or the near future for that matter, but anyways, I'm going to probably re-record the first 2 parks, and I might even record this park, but that won't be way later, probably until before the Mega Park, because I know a lot of people don't like my part 1, or even my remake of part 1. And, I don't want to turn people off of this LP because of how, stupid I was when I was just starting to play this game. But, let's build some balloon stalls. But yeah, like, for you guys that have, staggered through part one, and all those other parks that I made. Well, the other 28 parts, probably about 30 parts, 31. Yeah, 31 parts of that. Just absolute failure. I think that we're doing better. Definitely better. Wow, we are making so much money. Holy crap. I'm gonna go get a loan, ask the bank, hey, can I have $50,000? And I'm gonna make so much money. I'm gonna be like, yes! Yes! Heck, yes. And then I'll use the money to buy an even better laptop. And actually buy Camtasia, because this is a trial version. Well, our park company value is not doing as bad as I thought it might have been. And we're into September year 3, which means we don't have very much time left in this park at all. So, this is probably going to be the last, I'd say, 10 minutes of the park. The laptop's doing pretty good on battery power. This is just going splendid, in my opinion. Absolutely wonderful. I hope you guys have enjoyed this park. Well, it's not the end of the park yet, but I hope you guys did enjoy what was of it, and what we did build, and all my epic failures, and drowning my guests, and jumping fountains everywhere. I don't know why I did a voice like that. I'm terribly sorry for making you guys have to listen to that. I'm terribly sorry. It brings a tear to my eye. In a bad way. Let's build another shopping center! Let's build another shopping center. So that the guys that talk like this can go shopping when they're at the park.